I think one of my subscribers actually sent me this story, but I didn't get a chance to open it up. But then I happened to go on to Instagram, and then that's when I actually was able to read most of the story. Now this story right here is going to fall under the category of white and dumb as hell. Now, I've talked about a lot of stories involving palm color, but this one right here is like a whole nother level of debauchery and just pure dumbassiness. Like, if after this video right here, I don't want to hear now one more palm color individual talking about how high their IQ is, because this right here is 3 examples of how low their IQ is, if they even have an IQ level at all. So you see these 3 individuals right here, and they're 3 teenagers out of Alaska. When I found out the story came from Alaska, I already knew that the odds of them not being white was almost slim to none. So these individuals' names is Caden McIntosh, Caleb Leyland, and there's another person. I'm trying to find out what their name is on here, because I'm not trying to read the entire, so I'm trying to just give you the actual gist of the story. Well, anyway, these 3 individuals met some stranger online who claimed to be a billionaire out of Indiana, and this person told them that they will give them $9 million if they kill and murder their friend and film it and send it to them as evidence to show that they actually, did it. Well, their friend's name was Cynthia Hoffman. She was 19 years old. Notice I said was. These 3 fools took it upon themselves to actually fulfill what the person said. My thing is this. What made you think y'all was actually talking to a real billionaire? And number 2, if you wanted to finesse this person out of money, said that they had it, all you had to do was fake this, make it look real, then send them whatever it was, and then get your money. But first, what you should have did was ask for the money up front, but they didn't do any of that. These three right here are some of the most dumbest people on earth, or should I say dumbest people in captivity. And they're all going to pay the price for it. I said I wasn't going to read the article, but I'm going to just go ahead and do it, because I feel like if I don't do it, then I'm not going to get to the meat of this whole thing. It says, in early June, Alaskan authorities discovered the body of 19-year-old Cynthia Hoffman on the banks of a river. In the weeks since, more and more disturbing information has emerged about the murder. According to police, Hoffman's best friend Denali Bremer lured Hoffman to her death with the help of others after a 21-year-old Indiana man posing as a billionaire offered Bremer $9 million to commit and record footage of the crime. Today, Bremer and 5 other defendants are facing murder charges for their alleged involvement in Hoffman's horrific death. On June 2nd, Hoffman, who suffered from a developmental disability, her family says, believed she was going on a hike on the outskirts of Anchorage with Bremer, according to a bail memorandum obtained by HuffPost. That was not the case. Per authorities, Hoffman was bound with duct tape and shot in the back of the head at the Thunderbird Falls. 1 day later, Hoffman was reported missing. The next day, her body was discovered on the banks of Eklutna River. According to authorities, there were 4 other people on the scene at the time of Hoffman's death: 16-year-old Caden McIntosh, 19-year-old Caleb Leyland, and 2 other individuals whose name had been concealed because of their ages. According to prosecutors, McIntosh admitted to being the one who shot Hoffman. This is where Darren Schmiller comes in, per authorities. Bremer had a romantic online relationship with the 21-year-old native of New Salisbury, Indiana, who told Bremer he was a millionaire named Tyler. Weeks after they started talking online, quote-unquote Tyler offered Bremer at least $9 million to kill someone and document it, and police say the group picked Hoffman. Tyler also allegedly told Bremer to sexually assault 2 minors and record videos of the crime. While authorities have not found evidence that would suggest Hoffman was sexually assaulted, according to court documents, Bremer sent Tyler Snapchat photos and videos of Hoffman both before and after she was killed. Per federal authorities, Bremer also produced and sent sexually explicit videos involving a minor to Tyler. Now, that person that they're talking about who's doing all this dumb crap is the chick right here. This individual right here who looks like she could be one of the boys. She did all of this for a person she met online that most likely is not who he claimed to be. And he most likely did not expect that she would be that dumb to do it. He probably looked at her and said, you know what, she looks, you know, it's a saying, there's a sucker born every minute. I think that the one who started the circus, Barnum, P.T. Barnum, was the one that came up with that quote. And that quote to this day still rings true, because this chick right here falls right into that category. She falls knee deep into that quote, because that's exactly what she is, a sucker. An idiot, and a dumb one at that. But I guess that pretty much is what a sucker is a dumb individual, because she, let me keep going. As prosecutors noted in the bail memorandum, what transpired between Tyler and Brimmer was a classic example of catfishing, the practice of assuming a fake identity to engage in online relationships. He does not look like the young man he portrayed himself to look like, and he's not a millionaire, and he lives in Indiana. The memorandum read, and per authorities, Brimmer didn't learn that Tyler had duped her until after she was arrested. The 4 other suspects are believed to have participated because they were told they would receive a cut of the payment. Once Brimmer realized that she had been catfished by Tyler, she ultimately admitted to being solicited by Tyler to commit the murder, and that the murder was planned. According to a press release from the Alaska Department of Law, all 6 defendants have been charged with first-degree murder, first-degree conspiracy to commit murder, and 2 accounts of second-degree murder. Additionally, Tyler and Brimmer were indicted on first-degree solicitation to commit murder and are facing charges of child pornography. Following the arrest, the victims have at least partially confessed to the allegations against them. Per the Times, when Tyler was questioned by federal agents in the Indiana State Police, he admitted to catfishing Brimmer as well as telling her to murder Hoffman. In a June 8th court appearance, Brimmer confessed to her crimes and appeared to express regret. I know what I did was wrong, she told the courtroom, and I know I probably could have done something different if I was able to. Mind you, this is a chick right here who did all this for a guy she met online who was not who he claimed to be. Like, this chick took out her own friend for a guy she met online who she thought was a millionaire. So she put money in some person that she's never met over someone she actually knew for quite some time, and committed sexual assault against minors at this person's request. And this guy right here who catfished her is probably mad as hell at her that she actually did this. Like I said, to palm colored out there, don't y'all ever talk about something about a high IQ ever again after this story has come out. In a court appearance on June 10th, Hoffman's father, Timothy, spoke of how his daughter's disability made her especially vulnerable, and all she wanted was to have friends. The only thing I know is that my daughter trusted these people. My daughter just wanted friends, and now I have to bury her, and that is wrong. This story right here is a doozy. Now, one thing they did leave out of this story, and I found this actually on Instagram, I don't know how true it is, but I hope that it is. It says that all parties involved are facing 99 years in prison each. So I don't know if that's actually going to happen, but it's what they deserve, and they don't need to have parole, because they literally murdered somebody. They sexually assaulted multiple people who were minors. This was like murder, assault, rape, deceit. This is like a bad Lifetime movie. Like, that's really what this sounds like, a horrible Lifetime movie. But y'all let me know what y'all think about this ridiculous story down in the comments. And sometimes when I do some of these stories, I'd be like, how is this stuff even real? But then again, when you look at the suspects, then I guess you could say sounds about white. But y'all let me know what y'all think about this down in the comments. Like, share, subscribe. I will talk to you in the next one.